keep thinking it's him.
I saw Blind Dave yesterday.
I haven't heard any mention of Druid is
Yeah. Good one, Danny.
Dude, that guy, I actually like him, but man, he lives in a fantasy world, dude.
Well, yeah, I mean, he has to make up most of the things that he
believes, yeah.
But he actually believes some of these movies that he watches, this is real. Some of the books, this is real.
Oh, shit.
God.
Middle Earth, real. You know?
Oh,
And
yeah,
it's weird because then he tells me what I am. You know, he comes in with like, oh, you're such an empath. Oh, you're such a fae. I'm like, the fuck I am not. Like, get off my lawn.
I don't think he's trying to ascribe something negative to you.
Okay, but Jeff, wait.
He is odd. I would say odd more than weird, but
I've
except weird.
had interaction with him before. I've had interaction with him before about 4 years ago, and it is definitely like he is very good with his words. Just trust him.
Congrats.
No, I've had reports. I understand.
Yeah. It's fantasy world is great. Nice guy, good stories. I learned a little. Nice piano playing, it's Clubhouse.
So exciting.
He used to be weird like that.
Well, when he started demanding money for the piano playing, that's when it got a little.
Good Shabbos indeed.
Captain, you can be weird. Just don't be weird.
Exactly.
You know?
Well, for a little while during COVID, I was fully convinced that fairies were real. Which I...
This little outlook. Welcome, Eeyore.
Good news, boulders got delivered for our boulder wall. Boulder wall.
Sounds cool.
Alright?
Yard.
Just removing some dirt.
So you're doing up here and you're doing yard work this
Oh my goodness, Lord. I'm tired.
I should give me a ride already.
Y'all, it's gonna be 102. It's gonna feel like 109 today. How about that?
Oh, gross.
Jesus.
Locked and loaded.
Don't
Yes.
remember last time?
Oh no, I'm not. I was at the gym today. Not outside. My niece is in this big tournament this weekend, and she plays at 12:30 today. I'm like, dude, it's already. I think it was supposed to be 85 by 9 a.m. So yeah, I think I'm skipping. I love her, but
Wow. It's gonna be so hot.
Yeah, it's 85 here and it's 8 a.m.
yeah.
and about 100% humidity. It's been raining every freaking day.
It's only 73 here, but we got a heat index today of 105. And
Have y'all been getting a lot of good rain?
oh yeah, we've been getting a lot of rain.
I was about to say, man.
Have you not seen that we're under a state of emergency because of the rain that's came down there? So
Well, I mean, I had,
floods and stuff.
yeah, me and my buddy had to jet up to Murfreesboro last Friday, and shit, man, it stormed on us the whole way, and I mean, Bonnaroo got freaking canceled. We were wondering why we almost couldn't find a hotel room.
It's like 94% humidity. It's supposed to reach about 90 degrees today with a heat index of 105. That's stupid.
Yeah, I don't want to know our heat index. Felt like
for today was 99 degrees and 1931.
Thankfully, a lot of my courthouse has been vacant lately, so I've been able to go a little earlier.
What the heck, Cliff? Come on, give me a round.
They starting off slow, man.
Yeah.
While we were driving Friday, I kicked us on for a few minutes. My friend was like, "Where are all these people from? How do you know these people?"
It's always fun to show people that don't know the app, which is like everybody.
No, I'm like, do not get this app. Do not go down this fucking rabbit hole. You regret it.
And we do always caution people, like, you'll become addicted to it. And then
My
they don't.
daughter made Leslie, my daughter, my youngest, when I was visiting her about a year ago, she made a profile and got on the app, and I'm like, oh no, no, I will block you. No, and you will not be on here. I will not. I forbid you. She's like, oh my god. Then she got on and she was trolling. I helped her troll one of my friends. I can't remember who it was, but it was pretty funny. And then I made her delete.
Dude, yeah, my sisters wouldn't join it. My best friend at the time was like, this is ridiculous. This is, you don't know these people. Like, no one ever gets.
That's what my kids say. And like I said, he wouldn't do an app. He wouldn't get this app anyway, because I mean, he's got me in the local politics.
Mm-hmm.
So he wouldn't get on here.
Well, we've all given up and have nothing to lose, so. No, I'm playing.
We don't care about our reputations.
People that need to know how I am already know, and they're fine with it.
Well, this guy lost his mayor's race last year, and then went to work for the other city. I think he still has things in
Oh,
his
shit.
sights at some point in life. So I'm pretty sure he ain't.
Yeah, people I know won't download it. Or if they do, they get on it for like a minute and they never get back on it.
I just stabbed myself in the eye with my mascara on.
Oh, Lord, I'm wearing falsies today, and I had a similar glue incident.
Oh, the glue.
Yeah, I do. Strip lashes, yeah.
Yes, I have to, and I've had some glue mishaps myself. You can't, if you wear it, everyone with lashes, you've had a mishap.
Yeah, my oldest was pissed because she had to go back to work, and so she had to take off the lashes and nails and all that other shit from her wedding before she went back into work.
Oh, man.
Oh my goodness, That's why I ain't giving me a ride. It says 1 to 3 minutes wait over the last 20 rides of the last hour. Like, come on, just give me something already.
Damn.
Cruise the car around and find you a best they can pick you up. They'll pay you.
No, I go down to a central location in town and park. I don't waste my gas like that. Oh, look, a group of fake bikers. Don't know how I can tell they're fake bikers, but they all got the green vest with the reflective shit on it that you stand and use on the side of the road. And helmets with shields. Face shields.
Captain, other than the not getting the ride, is everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay. You seem a little on edge.
That's right. That's my fucking job, not yours, man.
Yeah.
I done had a yogurt and some seaweed and some applesauce this morning. I'm nice and hydrated. My mustache is in a really good style. It's participated very well this morning. Just want to make some money. I only need
I got more than
technically I only
Jerry
need
Benson. I don't need to right now.
$50 to get to the 800 for the week. So it's not like I need to make a lot of money, but I'd like to make at least $100 a day because I'm going to live on the levee tonight with Mom and Bobby and my niece and my daughter. And there's a pepperoni roll thing going on. It's a family night big event, so I'd like to have a little money to be able to spend. Oh, look, there's a ride. About time. I just needed to talk about why I wanted the money.
Did you say you're going to the levee? But what if the levee's dry?
Mm-hmm.
You're so funny, Danny.
That's all right. He doesn't drive a Chevy.
The levee was wet the whole time.
The levee's on the Canal River, so I doubt it'll ever go dry, Danny. Like Jeff said, it's wet the whole time.
Oh, I saw some damn rivers. I think they were like half a mile out of their damn banks up there. I know you ain't on the round we took, but still.
Oh, fuck. Lawrence is here.
Oh, fudge. It's Lawrence.
Oh,
Everybody be quiet.
everybody was quiet.
Hey, boo.
How do I rename my profile?
Why do you want to rename
What kind
your
of shady
profile?
shit are you getting into?
No, it's called work. I don't know why.
Oh.
I just solved a murder. Or not a murder. A death.
Was it iguana related also?
No, raccoon related.
Girl, tell it.
It would appear the raccoon choked to death. Potentially.
Yeah, did you check
You're choking
did you
raccoons?
check the mouth and shit? Yeah.
No. I realized that there was a boogie board next to the cage, and I think the raccoon ingested some of the foam inside and choked on it, thinking it was marshmallow.
Is choking a raccoon the same thing as choking a chicken?
Similar.
A chicken died so you could make that joke.
Yeah, but I'll eat the damn chicken. I ain't eating the raccoon.
Yeah, I don't want to eat a raccoon either.
Raccoon's pretty good.
Even though the meat's supposed to be decent.
Yeah,
They're pretty tasty, believe it or not.
I believe
I
it.
don't eat nutria.
Oh yeah, fuck those little fuckers. Gross. Weaselly sick with ferret types. Nutria? You're the only other person, William, I ever know that's ever brought Nutria up.
I'm gonna run with them.
Oh yeah, well, where I'm from, Eastern Shore, Maryland, they got them too.
I
What's
don't know.
nutria?
Gross.
It used to be used heavily in the fur industry, especially in Georgia or in Russia. A lot of their high-end coats were nutria. Then it went out of style, and where most of them are, which is South Louisiana, there was an invasive plant, most people call it bushhead, that when it gets into the pelt, it pricks a hole in the pelt, and when you stretch the pelt, it ends up with a huge hole in it, which finished off the nutria industry. So now they're just overrunning and eating the marsh. They're a lot of the reason for the wetland loss in South Louisiana and all that.
Yeah, because they're herbivores.
Oh yeah, they'll eat it down to the root.
So, Captain, in the Northeast, they also look like muskrats, if that helps.
Oh, okay.
They got big ass orange teeth,
Gross.
but they have a very white meat.
I bet you they taste good too.
Yeah, they eat them where
They-
I'm
they-
from.
They're very good. They're very good. Debatable how they got to the U.S. Some say Edmund McEnany, which was the guy that started Tabasco. Some people say he brought them over. Some people say somebody else brought them over. It's generally considered that they escaped in a hurricane, and that's what started the issue.
Interesting.
Like most shit that becomes a big ass problem, somebody brought it over because they thought it was fucking cute and it got into our ecosystem and it just went crazy. Just like water hyacinths. They brought them over for a freaking World's Fair and gave them away as souvenirs, and now they clog more waterways in this nation than anything else.
You didn't think we'd be talking about nutria this morning here.
Oh, we used to shoot the shit out of them. We used to hunt them all the time when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
My parents, man, I know like 2 houses back, they were on the water. And there was a little tropical storm and got up in their yard and would not leave. I had to sit out there for like 2 different days and just shoot nutrients and throw them back in the freaking canal. I was the one shooting them though, because they got a mean ass HOA where they live, and I don't belong to the HOA. They do. The HOA can't find me. I don't have property up there.
Damn, HOAs are coming for Zach too. We just
No, I wish it was an HOA. It's a COA.
Bitch.
Little bitches.
Well, what's a COA?
Condo association.
Oh, a condo association. Okay. I was about to say I do a lot of appraisal work. I didn't know that. I think we did.
Apparently under different statutes and have to play by or get to play by different rules than the HOAs.
Which, because all these new neighborhoods, they all have not so much HOAs, but covenants and all this, and they don't have amenities, but they still feel that they can charge the homeowners for upkeep of common areas and shit like that. I mean, it ain't cheap either. I mean, $400 or $500 a year, and all the basically their pocket is. It's not like the upkeep of a little bit of common areas.
Yeah. I will say that my common areas and everything cool. Like the landscaping is phenomenal, but I don't know if it's all worth it.
Oh, condos, man. Our market, our condos are 4 or 5. Most of our condos are 400 or 500 a month. But I mean, they're also mostly beachfront and have a hell of a lot of amenities. Our waterfront or just something along that line. So they do have amenities.
So a little piece of data that is good proof that Israel is constantly looking to preserve life. That hospital in which was hit, a few hours prior to the hit, they actually transferred the majority of their patients to. So most Israeli hospitals, for this reason, have underground floors, which are typically not in use. And several hours before the missile was launched and hit the Soroka hospital, they transferred most of their patients to the underground floors of the hospital in anticipation that the hospital could be targeted.
Ooh, I actually knew that one this morning. I knew it was a back.
Well, I mean, the interesting question is, was that like, God in some sort of like happenstance, or did Israel have intelligence which suggested that hospital was about to be targeted?
Did they both at the same time?
The same. God was there the whole time.
God did make the intelligence, so I'm gonna go with God.
I mean, we do know that Allah loves us more and hates them.
Allah prefers the Jews. It's true.
I really think we're.
I think it depends on what they need us for.
There was a reason the Doomsday plane left North Louisiana earlier this week, and I followed Central Command pretty. Their social media and all posts, and they're real active, and they have gone totally silent. Central Command.
Who's this? Who's this?
Central Command.
Gotcha.
Central Command. Which would probably be the one that, I mean, Southern Command would be handling this. It has to be Central Command. And usually their internet presence is pretty substantial normally. And they just talk totally silent.
Now, my one Christian friend who keeps posting. William, are you done? My Christian friend who keeps posting on Facebook her support of Israel and whatnot, and keeps the response keeps being, well, Jews aren't the chosen people. Why are you? Like, she keeps posting and she keeps outing her friends as anti-Semites. It's actually quite remarkable. And I finally commented on this last very long string with probably a dozen people arguing over the nature of the Jew and the covenant, and I'm like, I don't understand your friends. I'm like, this theological debate's great and fine, but the people Israel is fighting with want to kill them, Christians, and the West just as much as they want to kill the Jews.
Absolutely.
So is their hatred for Jews so great that they're willing to die at the hands of Muslims while they're debating the nature of the covenant?
Make it make sense.
It makes no sense.
Zero. It
I mean, it
is
makes
so
sense.
justify it, never does. Like, it just never does.
Like, it's not as if she's out there claiming, and she engages in conversation, which is her stupidity, right? Like, because she tries to clarify her views on the chosenness of Jews, which is, not unlike the Christians in this room. And, these are people that clearly don't agree. They're like, they weren't chosen, they're not chosen anymore. These are replacement theologists. And I just want, I actually made back channel her and just be like, look, you're losing the debate because you're debating on their terms. Like, just ask them why it even matters whether Jews are chosen. These people want to see our way of life and us all dead. Like, their anti-Semitism is definitely shown. I think you're in the Matrix, honey. Hey, Norm.
Good morning.
Hey, Norm.
Hello.
Good morning.
Chilling.
Guten Norman. Hey.
Guten Norman.
I like that. I hope you like that.
Very Yiddish of you. Don't tell Jeffy. He will call you Oscar normative.
Not at all. I've never used Oscar normative in such a way.
How do you use it?
Oscar normativity, to me, is the expectation that all things Ashkenazi represent Judaism as a whole, and the expectation that non-Ashkenazi people are expected to conform to, Ashkenazi expectations.
Could you back
I mean,
that?
You're right. So, like saying if you don't like gefilte fish, you're not a Jew would be an Ashkenormative, a problematic Ashkenormative statement.
You can't be saying that.
It's also a crime against humanity to endorse such a thing.
The devil talking.
I'm the devil. Exactly.
I knew I loved it. I knew I loved everything about this devil daddy.
Hey, that's all right. Jesus, he's going to take apologies too. It's okay.
Hey, everyone.
Hi.
You guys, I just watched All Dogs Go to Heaven and it made me cry like 10 times.
You're weak.
Jeff, have you seen that film?
Maybe you should join them.
Maybe years ago. I don't know.
Oh my god, it made me fucking cry.
Oh well, I'm glad you have emotions.
Thanks. I think I'm. What do you mean? Maybe join them? You want me to die, Leslie? You want me to die? You're a bad person. Sam, who are you to even talk about me? Danny, is this on your wedding day? Oh my god, why is no one responding?
I'm just driving and not even
Why
looking at
does
the
my
phones.
mom look like this in the picture?
You are now in Jeff's house.
She's just thinking how beautiful the moment is, that's all. No. What, you think she's jealous and she wants to kiss Dimitri? I think she's judging it.
She's like, I would have given less tongue, you whore.
Oh boy.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Jeff's house?
No,
Yes, you can smoke.
Thank you.
only crack.
No, I smoke cigarettes. A lot of people smoke weed.
Snorting heroin is really super.
Enough it.
Chocolates and cigarettes.
Whatever you're into, sir.
Who do you like? Are you autistic?
I think everybody on this app is autistic.
He's a mom, but he tastes so yummy. Guilty.
I think everybody in the world falls on the autistic spectrum somewhere.
It's the PFAS. It's the fuck you PFAS, man.
I try to take my time when I pee. It's not good to put too much pressure on the bladder.
It's the plastics. It's the PFAS. It's leaching into our blood system.
I think we just used to call autistics weirdos, and now we have a name for it.
Yes, did you know that Carmen is a Jew?
Who?
Carmen San Diego has Jewish blood. She's on a 23andMe.
But where in the world is she?
No, you're not.
Maybe she's a. Maybe that's why we never know where she is, because she's a Mossad spy.
I reckon so, yeah.
I mean, most Latins have some Jewish in them, and if they don't, I typically offer it to them.
Yeah. I always thought she was Jewish.
I mean, she's always wandering around. You don't know where she lives. I think she's a gypsy.
Quite possible.
Hi, I'm in a bunker in Tel Aviv right now, so I can't talk much.
Oh, are you there for Pride?
No, I was there because I was talking to Greta from the flotilla before they sent her back. And then I said, oh, let me just stay in
Did
Tel
you
Aviv.
say you're in a bunker, mate?
Yeah, I'm in a bunker, and they're trying to bunk.
Oh,
They're
okay.
trying to. Yeah, they're trying to
Sending
bunk.
bunker missiles on the way.
They're trying to bunk people in the butt in the bunker. Yeah.
Hey, why
By they, you mean you?
Fun. Can I go?
I'm sure Greta would have enjoyed that.
Yeah, I'm in bunker number 147Z6. So if you want to know where I'm at, that 147Z6, and Uber Eats doesn't bring food.
Designation.
Yeah, but the Uber Eats doesn't bring food to the bunkers.
I'm
We can't
scared.
deliver.
I'm scared.
You just have to find out
At least look up.
amongst you and eat that.
We need food. We need food.
me McDonald's, please? Thank you.
Yeah, they're eating the cats and eating the dogs in Tel Aviv. There's no food.
They let Haitians in Israel?
Oh.
People in Tel Aviv are eating the cats and eating the dogs.
Just start eating the cows and eating the dogs.
You know, once they get their shots, their meat ain't worth shit anymore.
Oh, I saw a rabbi eating a dog, so it's not good. We need help.
Also not kosher.
Unvaccinated dog.
And I'll tell you what, if any people should eat cats, it would be the Israelis, because they got a lot of wild cats there.
Oh, and last week, Speedy Gonzalez was picked up by ICE. Yeah.
Big cats or little cat?
And guess who ICE hired to get Speedy Gonzalez? Ricochet Rabbit. Bing, bing, bing.
Hey, dude, you need better content. You brought that to 3 years ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to,
You're triggered now. Oh, you're triggered now. I'm in a bunker.
We're not
No, I just, exactly, don't repeat yourself, that's all.
Oh, well, you should have more concern if I told you I was in a bunker. You don't seem to
Thank
care.
you. Please stop my guest.
I would have more concern if you were in Tel Aviv, because you're a fucking weirdo.
Heartless.
And I think it would have hit better if you said Dora got deported.
Yeah, I agree. Dora is a more compassionate figure.
Speedy Gonzalez was.
It's the
Yeah.
legendary reference.
Yeah,
That's true.
Latinos for Speedy
It's a
Gonzalez.
very dated reference. I mean, I grew up with reruns of Speedy Gonzalez. I mean, they actually, I believe they stopped making Speedy Gonzalez, like, I don't know, in the 70s.
Gay people.
Ándale, arriba, 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 ándale, arriba.
Mans love Mexico.
Yeah, but he was on uppers. That's why he moved so
So,
fast.
tell us, what's worse? Being a woman in Iran or being black in America in 2025?
Oh, being a person of, I don't know, of divine interest and being caught in a bunker is the worst thing in the world. The worst thing in the world.
Both.
How can you ever have white supremacy stuck in a bunker? Imagine that.
It's good to be black on the moon.
Imagine that.
Black kid.
I don't pay taxes.
Zach, that was a very cheesy joke.
No, have you ever seen Space Force?
No.
When was the last time?
It's good. You should watch it, Jeff.
When was the last time you saw white supremacists have to run into a bunker? Imagine
Who
that.
cares about white people?
When they
This
stop
is so,
paying taxes.
2024.
When they stop paying tax.
They're so boring.
It's just a question.
I think
Let's think last when. When was the
I
last
think
one?
if you ask David Duke, he'd tell you that white supremacy thing doesn't always go as planned.
David Duke and his fucking Daisy Duke, little fucking faggot.
But yeah, Jeff, in Space Force,
Oh.
there's a black astronaut, and everyone's making a big deal about her being black because she's going to be the first black person on the moon when they go up there. And she's all like, I just want to be on, like, it's going to be great. It doesn't matter about any of that. And she gets in her own head, and when she finally delivers her, like, one small step for man speech, her thing is now, it's good to be black on the moon, but she meant to say back.
At this point, I have white fatigue and black fatigue.
She's on the dark side of the moon, literally.
I'm sick and tired of white and black people.
Space Force is actually it's really funny. Was that a show or a movie? I can't remember.
It was a series.
So funny.
Yeah, show.
It was funny. I remember that.
We all know how much Jeff loves series.
Yeah, it's full of that kind of sarcasm. It's a lot of fun.
You would really
Steve
like
Carell,
what's his
wasn't
name?
he in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve Carell was like the main character. It's great. You'd love it, Jeff.
Maybe.
I can't believe you haven't watched it already. You know what I love? What?
Daddy.
What do you love?
What do you love, mommy?
I love Daddy.
Cocoa Puffs.
It was that. It was
Oh,
Daddy.
right.
Yes, correct.
Are you depressed? Are you a lesbian? Have you tried our new prescribed drug over the counter called
Dude, you made this joke yesterday. Jesus Christ.
I made that joke weeks ago.
Gosh,
And it's
y'all
still
need some new contact.
That was so sad, yeah. Anyway, Trump just announced that he chickened out of sending Americans to Iran to go and die.
Oh, I know Trump always
Hold on a minute. I just wanted to take a moment and acknowledge Haas in the comments and just say you were seen and praying for you, praying for your people. Freedom at last is coming. It's been a long time coming. Stay safe.
Yes, I'm broke here in America, so I can't send you any money at the moment, so you're on your...
Oh my God, Lulu, you're
Like so annoying. Like yesterday was annoying
Yeah,
too.
very,
And
very-
now it's like a repeat.
People fighting for their lives. Fucking
Fuck out of here. Also, I'm
Fuck
off at 2
outta
o'clock
here.
today. I'm off at 2 o'clock, so I'll put some extra
I'm
pointers in.
not feeling this.
What a dick. Me too.
In fact, point took. Carmen, you can stay. You haven't unmuted, but I mean, I know you're like basically just voice underlink.
Hello.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Don't be a dick.
Aw, thank you.
No problem.
Oh.
I always thought you were the talent in the group.
I have to agree.
Exactly. Yeah, someday very soon, Haas, the Iranian people will rise up and hopefully they get the opportunity to hang Khamenei from Crane. I think that'll be a good day. Oh, Sam, that's not kosher.
I'm eating a very unkosher sandwich right now.
What kind of are you having? Does it have bacon on it?
Jesus died for your lunch meat, Captain.
Jesus died for your lunch meat, Captain.
Oh my God, that is
I'm
such
eating a ham and cheese sandwich.
interesting country song.
Yeah, I was feeling it as country, and then like Jesus died for your lunch meat, Captain. Yay! I'm on it. Don't worry.
So
Marina.
Hey, Rena. Hi, Rena. How's your?
I'm so glad you got rid of that point there. So,
I mean, you know what's interesting? Dude's smart, and usually got some decent content. But today was weak. Today was very weak.
not very strong.
She just sounded like a narcissist. I'm going to pretend I'm in Israel and that I'm suffering because I'm in a bunker that doesn't exist. Like, okay. Like, okay, Whoopi. Like, you're not relevant to this story. Stop trying to make yourself relevant to the story. And no, I didn't compare her to Whoopi because they're both black. Because frankly, I'm not sure Point is actually black. It's the desperation to be relevant that I was comparing. Morning, Ken. Morning, B.
My theory is that Point is actually like a bald, black man that is also blind and in the South.
The South
I mean, I think you're
rejects
probably
that
right about this.
theory, but the rest we're good.
Okay.
We have to give that one back to like the Midwestern states, okay? Like I'm deferring back to that area of the country. Where the water's not so clean because they've had a lot of chemical spills, that kind of area.
What?
Haas brings up a very interesting point that I've been thinking about. I think Iran could end up being the first post-Islamic country. I mean, I think you have other Muslim countries that are secular, but I don't know that you've got a good example of an Islamic country that rejects the whole damn thing, especially with a population as irreligious as the Iranian population. That part will be very interesting.
I agree.
I can't stop watching them. And there's nothing on the news worthwhile.
Yeah, the news is coming too slow. When news breaks, we delay it. It's kind of
Yeah.
So what's the latest? What's happening?
My dog has diarrhea. Oh, diarrhea.
That's running.
Update actually.
35 rockets just, got to Israel recently, the last 15-20 minutes. And hit the port of Haifa.
Oh,
condition. Also involved a kid as a child in critical condition.
Yeah. Updated counts for Israel: 24 people dead, 1,217 injured since the beginning of this.
Is that it?
And breaking news: Iran is ready to discuss limitations on uranium enrichment. The delusion of it's so interesting. Everybody Israel fights is just delusional. Like Iran, it's not about limiting the level of enrichment. You're not enriching uranium. Period.
Pumpkin, fuck you. What do you mean is that late?
No, I don't mean it in that way, Joab. Jesus Christ, you're taking what I said the wrong way. I mean, it looked like there was more. When I was on YouTube, it looked like there was more damage, so I thought there'd be more casualties. Obviously, I'm glad that there's more casualties.
I actually agree with Pumpkin based on the destruction that's out there. Like Israel's done a very good job of moving people out of the way. Israel's done a good job of protecting folks for the most part, and thank God it's so few.
I was watching videos of Haifa was the place, and it looked completely obliterated. I didn't know whether it was AI or.
It's AI.
There's a lot of fake shit out there that's showing Israel like it's a third world country. Shit gets through, shit blows up, and yeah, it's terrible, and the bastards will pay for the blood. But for the most part, most buildings haven't been hit in Israel. Although I have to say, Yoav, I know so many people, and I'm here, whose buildings have been hit, homes have been I know a dozen people who I just know whatever in my network. A lot of people. They're hitting population centers, so shit's affecting a lot of people.
Yeah, all apartment buildings have been torn down, blown down.
I've also, can I ask a question too with those networks, Jeff? I mean, how is their morale? Because I have heard the morale is very strong right now. They're good. It's fucked up, but you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? They're coming together. They're ready. You know what I mean?
Well, what choice do they have?
Well, I know.
Israelis are pretty traumatized.
Right. That's what I'm asking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're on board because they know it would be worse if they don't. And also it's part of the religion to keep morale high, because that's just part of the culture. So yeah, they're all on board to do the war, but I'm sure they're not yay, we're getting along. It's so traumatic. And as far as I know, the Israelis I know, they're scared. Genuinely scared of being the next one.
Welcome to the stage, Haas.
Oh, Gigi's my best friend.
Hello.
Hi, Gigi.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Haas, are you in Iran or are you elsewhere?
No, I'm actually elsewhere. I mean, given the fact that I don't know who are else here, IRGC, I don't want to say where, but I'm not in Iran for many years. But I can tell you this, you have done an amazing job. I mean, it's even far away from movie that's been actually now in production. And how you guys pull it off, I'm still stunned. Everyone is stunned. And I put it this way. This is day 7, yeah, okay. This is day 7. Our casualties has been, if I'm not mistaken, around 500 to 600 people, around, let's say, maximum 700 people by now. In the 3 days of the protesting Mahsa Amini's movement, that most people came out of their houses to protest, and the internet had been down the same right now that you're experiencing in Iran. It is dumb because you guys are telling them where to hide, where to get shelter, and even that, because they will never message, because they need the casualties for the propaganda, and they will have never, let your messages and all that get to them. But like in the previous cases, they got it and they got out, and penalties were actually lower because of your messages. So imagine, about the point actually here, on that 3 days, the regime itself killed 1,500 people. I'm not sure if you've seen the footages or not, like people on the motorcycles and they're just like shooting randomly, any folks that are just on the street. And people are really, really, really not what the regime is, trying to image them out. I mean, yeah, you have some people who actually their living is basically dependent to these regimes, these people. But that's not the majority, and the majority is like 80-90% hating these people. So I'm just saying, the actual war, made like 600 to 700 casualties. 3 days protesting against this regime cost us 1,500, and we couldn't even touch none of them people. And you guys did a fabulous job. I mean, imagine this: the world, everyone, every country I go, every people I see. The moment they see I'm Iranian, they all think, oh, you're good, you're on this, you're on that. That's fuck, you have no idea. When this is over, you'll be all stunned because you will see in the street people will be having 2 flags waving. One will be Iran, and the original flag, not this bullshit. And the other one will be Israel flag. I kid you not, mark my words.
No, thank you.
That's amazing.
I think it's also important to note that when they did protest, Khamenei's death, murder. Of the 1,500 who were killed, like 80% of them were young women.
And that's also beside the fact that they blind a lot of women not only women and men, and also they have been imprisoning a lot of people, musicians, this, that. I mean, it's just brutal. I mean, I don't really think in the modern history of human society we had ever had. Even Hitler was not this cruel to their own people.
Yes, Hitler was cruel. This cruel.
Yeah, but not to this extent.
Yes,
no,
yes.
Hitler was, it depends on if you consider Jewish people.
Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, all right, that's fine. I'll get back to my side. This guy is a nutjob. I mean, you have no idea. Not only him, they all are in a fairyland thinking about it. I mean, the good thing about this is they really, really played out their cards with religion with people, and people really found out what actually the religion is, and they have gone through this. I mean, I'm not sure if you remember Christopher Hitchens. He would always say, the Iranian generation have figured it out. We have already gone through this bullshit, and none of us can buy their bullshit anymore. And it's just like, we just need to know, and we just need to know from your side that we are able to get down to the streets. That's about it. It's done. And your country is about, they're just doing this actually. They are just doing they're hitting all those bases where they are coming out and hitting the protesters. So it's about to happen very, very soon. And if Khamenei is going to get dead, which I really wish he won't, because I really want this guy to be humiliated on the camera and, do some garbage cleaning and all that shit, something like that. I mean, he has to be suffering. He can't just go like that. But even that would be a bliss.
He ideally dies at the hands of the Iranian people, hanging from a
That would be ideal, yeah. But
and I'm sure most Iranians won't complain as long as he's dead. But the best case scenario for everyone is that Israel continues to do what it's doing. The Iranian people rise up. They put him in jail. They have a trial. They hang him from a crane.
You can't just hang him. You just keep them, and for all generations, for it to be a lesson. I mean, we don't want to make a martyr out of this motherfucker. This has to go to bed really well, and I'm pretty sure.
I think one thing I hope when the Iranian people do execute him, they apply the same policy that he applies to young women before they're executed and rape him, so he can't go to And it's okay, but
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm not gay, but I'd fuck that bastard in the ass. Just to keep him out of
No, you're not gay. Wait, I have a question.
I think every single radio will actually stay that line.
I have a question. When you said, Jeff, that he would not go to heaven because he was getting raped, what is that? Like,
Huss, do you want to cover that question?
Okay, I'm gonna cover that question with a nice example. You know that motherfucker, President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad?
No.
Okay, he used to be a president for about 2 terms and like 8 years. And this guy was the guy who went to this Columbia University and says in Iran there is no gay. Imagine that shit. Anyway, so this guy in the years of 1979 up to about 83, where they were like murdering everyone that they wanted to for the last regime, and when they went to the war side and all that. So during that time, this guy was one of the guys who would have raped the girls and the virgins technically before they want to execute the girls. So the girl cannot, because if the girl is a virgin and goes to heaven in their mentality. So imagine they have to rape her, so the virginity is gone, and then they will kill her. And then this motherfucker will be sent to the family and will be given them, I don't know, some piece of Quran or some shit, and I don't know, some money, I guess, to say, oh, okay, now we have executed your daughter and all that in this way, and she was executed this way.
So basically, if you're a female and you're a virgin, you will go to heaven. Is that what it is? And if
Islam is a sick religion.
And so then she's raped and she's not married, so she goes to
if she's raped, she's like normal, and then she can kill her for that. What's that?
You already want. Well, I'm not trying to remove.
No, I'm not in Iran.
No. Zach was on mute. He's talking to me. And that's not a sign of mental illness at all.
That's very funny.
It was very funny. Especially because Iguana and Irani, like, they don't
it all kind of sounds alike, yeah.
But sort of, kind of, a little bit.
Yeah,
so at least, I mean, I would say, I'm going to be kind and say, at least in the IRGC version of Islam, but actually in Islam, if you are raped, you are responsible.
Thank God I'm not a virgin.
Precisely right. I mean, that's actually the real Islam for you right there. If you look at the fucking book, I mean, I'm sorry, I don't want to be having hatred towards it, so I don't want to be counted to that group. But the thing is this: if you really read it, even the wife of the Prophet Muhammad, she actually pointed out how the fuck is whenever it's in favor to you or whatever a girl passes by, your God comes down, sends you a verse, and now it actually doesn't go on. It's not me, it's right in the book.
It was
that she can.
That's not true.
Yeah, and not every time, but what I'm trying to say is,
okay, so
it's
you're
not
right.
only man-made, it's male-made. You understand?
No, but when you talk about these things, talk about it with like accuracy, because you're misrepresenting.
Kawasaki, we're not having an accurate conversation.
No, if you want accuracy, I can get accurate. If you want, Al-Tabari. Okay.
Tabari.
Okay, Tabari. Okay.
Not just Billy.
All right.
Hey, Kawasaki, hold on a second. Kawasaki, I'm not in the mood for your, pedantic corrections. Just because you managed to have...
Go fuck yourself, you middle-aged piece of shit.
Okay, you child. Still trying to grow.
Okay, let me just ask him a question. That's fine. When Khadija, the wife of your prophet, when actually he went to his mother and his father's house because she was upset, and when in the middle of the door, what verse came to Muhammad?
Is this? I'm away from one day. I come to Jeff, son of bitch, this motherfucker. I come to his room. It's about Islam.
You were the one who brought it up. You want to be accurate. I'm giving you the verse. Now, if you are being such a bitch
No,
about
because
it,
when I
I'm
came,
asking you.
hello, I came into the room and I heard you like, oh, prophet this, and yeah, his wife said that, and
Yeah.
Listen, if you don't believe, for like a group of people who claim not to believe in a religion, you should keep yourself busy with it, aren't you? It's you know
Because
what
I
think it is?
raised in a country. I was a party of Quran, you dumbass.
Yeah,
I know every fucking verse, and I know exactly what
you're
they mean.
ex-Muslim.
Yes.
Okay.
And to you, I can be killed easily.
No, who says that? See, this is what you don't understand.
Who said that?
Who says that? The Quran.
Quran.
No, it's not in the Quran.
The infidels, go kill the infidels. Surah Al-Nisa, verses 65
Yeah,
to
but okay, but do you know?
Here's the thing you never understand, Kawasaki. Sometimes when you presume, you make it way worse for you and for Islam. Like that was a passing conversation that would have been over, but you got to push
exactly.
And Haas knows more Islam. He's forgotten more Islam than you've ever learned because you're an ignorant Italian. So, like, maybe you'd be better off just to bite your tongue and shut the fuck up and let us move on to something other than Islam. But if you want to stick around and have Haas demonstrate to everyone that Islam teaches that someone who reject Islam are liable to, or actually that you have an obligation to kill them under Islamic law. I mean, that wouldn't have come up if you didn't open your fucking big, juicy lips.
I was talking to you, much your mother.
You and your dick-sucking lips should really talk less. Why do you have an Israeli accent, Arabi?
Because I'm Palestinian, Habibi.
You are, no, it's Arabi money. Why are you thinking an Israeli accent? This is funny.
Do you love Israel?
No, I don't like Zionism. I don't fight, I hate Zionism.
Yes, it's a bit.
Hey, look, we are, look. Here's the thing, you filthy Arabs. We already beat you all. We're now dealing fighting with the Sunni is so last week. Fighting
Not only did we beat you, but the women in the IDF also beat you.
That's true.
How do you find